Welcome sa ating 21 days of prayer and fasting. It's the time of the year again where we choose to turn down the noise of the world so we can more clearly hear the voice of God. Kaya naman as a church, we have decided na simulan natin ang taon na ito with the 21 days of prayer and fasting. We made this podcast para samahan namin kayo araw-araw for 21 days sa pagbubulay-bulay ng salita ng Diyos at sa pananalangin. Ano pang hinihintay natin? Tara, let's go!
Good morning everyone. This is your brother Drew again serving you for another day sa ating 21 days prayer and fasting. And I hope na this podcast reaches you on a good condition. It's been a while since we started the fast, and I pray na nasa system na natin, nasa lifestyle na natin yung ginagawa natin. But again, if not, you are still welcome. And kahit nga ako mismo ay broke fast, hindi ako nagkamali ako ng isang beses, but it doesn't mean na nagbago yung pagtingin sa akin ng Panginoon. It doesn't mean na I've already failed. We have to get out of that mentality na kapag nagkamali ka, hindi ka na kaagad anak ng Panginoon. Hindi siya ganun kadali. Kahit nga sa batas natin, kapag anak ka ng isang tao, hindi siya ganun kadali na i-revoke na hindi na niya ako anak. It doesn't disqualify you. Kahit paanong gawin mong krimen, anak ka pa din. Ganun din yan sa Panginoon. Hindi nagbabago yung tingin sa'yo ng Panginoon just because of a single act, a single mistake. But since we are training or practicing a corporate fast right now, I encourage everyone to rejoin again if you got out of it intentionally or unintentionally. I welcome you back in. We welcome you back in kasama ng buong leadership. And right now, I also pray to the Lord if about this word of encouragement. Gusto ko lang magturo about habits. Kagaya ng last time na ako rin yung nag-share, that was about habits. I read this book, one of books by James Clear. It is entitled Atomic Habits. It's a very recommended book ng mga CEOs, ng mga very remarkable person, hindi lang sa business, kundi mga pastors, ng mga leaders all over the world. And I read the book. And gusto ko lang i-share kung wala kayong time para basahin yun. Sabi doon, it takes almost 90 days, 3 months to make a habit, to build a habit actually. Sabi para daw maka-build ka ng habits, kagaya ng tinuro ko last time dun sa Luke 5:16, na si Lord lagi siyang nag-withdraw sa tao. Lagi niya kasing ginagawa. Kaya nga sabi niya rin sa teaching niya sa Matthew 6, sabi dun, when you fast, if you fast, when you fast, ibig sabihin, ay na-expect niya na magka-fasting tayo kasi yun yung tinuro niya. Kumbaga lagi niyang ginagawa, hindi expects as followers, nagagayahin natin siya, nagagayahin natin yung lahat ng ginagawa niya. So these are habits or parang nakasanayan, nakaugalian. It's a way of living. So dun sa book, sabi dun, para makagawa ka daw ng habits, una daw dapat ito ay obvious, pangalawa dapat attractive, pangatlo easy, pang-apat satisfying. So let's tackle it very quick one by one. Dapat obvious. Kung gusto mong manalangin, dapat obvious obvious yung sign or triggers. Sabi dun sa book, it is what we call triggers. Na kapag nakakita ng isang bagay, it triggers you to do something. Kunyari nakakita ka ng isang mangga na maasim, it triggers your salivating glands o yung mga panga natin, mga dila natin, na mag-produce ng laway. Parang ganun, isipin mo yung, 'pag nakakita ka ng isang mangga or something na maasim, santol, 'di ba? Iisipin mo pa lang kahit 'di mo nga siya nakikita, maglalaway ka na. Same thing with, creating a habit. If you wanna create a habit, it should be obvious. Kailangan nakikita mo siya. So, if you want to, for example, if you want to make a habit of reading the Bible before you go to sleep, and this has worked for me very, very well. Place your Bible on your bed o kaya on your pillow kung saan ka lagi umuupo, kung saan ka lagi natutulog para imbis na matutulog ka makikita mo yung Biblia and you will be reminded na I'm creating a habit. Again, you're still on the creation of the habit. So, pag nakita mo yung Biblia, mapaparal mo sarili mo, magbabasa nga pala ako. It should be obvious. Hindi mo pwede sabihin na pag naisip ko, kasi nga we're still building a habit, so hindi ka pwede mag-rely sa isip mo. Kailangan mong mag-rely sa other senses mo. So sense of smell mahirap i-trigger yan. Sense of touch mahirap i-trigger yan. Usually it's the vision. So if you want to create a habit, create a visual trigger. Kailangan pag nakita mo to, you will do this. If I see this, I will do this. And then, sabi doon, kailangan attractive siya. So, how do we make it attractive? Kailangan, pag nakikita natin yung isang bagay, it reminds us of something we are happy about. For example, if I want to make a prayer or a habit of prayer, I should view prayer as something good. Hindi pwedeng kapag naisip ko yung prayer, it is I am reminded of a burden. I am reminded of having a hectic schedule. Kailangan kapag nakita mo yung habit na yun, kumbaga pag nakita mo yung trigger, it should always be connected to something that is good. So, dito papasok yung kung ano yung view natin sa prayer. Kung gusto nating maging associated with prayer, to be a person na may habit ng prayer, kailangan nag-enjoy ka sa ginagawa mo. Parang ano yan, parang pag kumakain ka. If you see a logo of Dairy Queen, you always think of their ice cream, of their product. If you think of McDonald's, you always think of their French fries or something like that. Yung Jollibee sa kanilang Chicken Joy. You always associate something with the habit. So, you have to view prayer with something very good. Kung meron kang prayer request, kung meron kang pinagpe-pray sa Panginoon, view your prayer kahit ngayon lang kasi syempre you're still on the process of creating a habit. Parang you are adding something to your dream or to your prayer request na Lord, pag ginawa ko to, I am doing something for the request I am requesting. So kailangan maging attractive yung habit na to, or else pag nakita mo yung trigger, which is yung Bible na nilagay mo sa taas ng unan mo, doon sa may tabi ng kama mo, iiwasan mo siya. So it should be attractive. So you have to associate your habit, your trigger with something that you really want. Kasi kaya ka nga gumagawa ng habit kasi gusto mo yung result after that. So kailangan maging attractive siya para sa'yo. Parang pag-iipon. Pag nag-iipon ka, though hindi masaya yung mismong pag-iipon, pinipigilan mo yung sarili mo ngayon. But if you think of something, yung bagay na gusto mong bilhin, it's really attractive. So, next one is easy. So, una, obvious. Pangalawa, attractive. Next one is easy. It should be easy. Kasi kapag napaka-komplikado ng gusto mong gawing habit, sobrang laki ng chance na hindi mo magagawa yan. Parang, kailangan kapag, gusto kong habit, kapag ginawa ko 'to, meron akong 2 seconds para gawin 'to, 2 minutes para gawin 'to. Tapos, kailangan habang ginagawa ko 'to, and at the same time isusulat ko yung mga natutunan ko sa Biblia habang china-chat si ganito, si pastor, na ito po yung natutunan ko. It's complicated. Kapag gano'n kakomplikado yung habit na gusto nating magawa, it is, parang it costs us too much brain function, the more likely it is not to stay. It should be easy. Sabi pa nga dun sa book, it has to be done under 2 minutes. So, syempre, kung gusto mo basa ng Biblia, you may start with 2 minutes. Basa ka muna 2 minutes, reflect on it for another 2 minutes. Sulat mo in 2 minutes yung mga natutunan mo. Pray for 2 minutes even so. Okay lang kasi you are creating a habit. Kasi you have to start small, you have to start somewhere. Hindi naman yan sa quantity but the quality time with the Lord. And lastly, so it should be easy. Lastly, it should be satisfying. So, satisfying, sabi dito, it has to be rewarded. It has to be rewarded. So, actually, the habit itself is already rewarded. Yeah, or rewarding, sorry. The habit itself, kapag na-create mo yung habit, it's already the reward of doing the habit. Kasi once you've created the habit, sa'yo na yan na nothing will steal that from you. Wala na makakaagos yun kasi nga habit mo na siya. Sabi pa nga, kapag may dumating daw na problema, sabi dun sa book, you don't rise to the level of your goals, but you always fall to the level of your system. Kapag daw pag tinatry daw yung buhay mo, kapag meron ka daw mga problema, hindi ka umaangat dun sa kung ano yung goal mo, kung ano yung gusto mong maging, pero lagi kang babagsak sa kung ano yung sistema na nagawa mo na sa buhay mo. So, anong ibig sabihin nun? It means na kahit ano pang gusto mong maging, kung hindi ka nasanay maging ganun, when your life is being tried, when problems come, when the devil comes to try your life, hindi ka isasalba ng kagustuhan mong maging kung wala kang habits na ganun. Kunyari, try ka ng kaaway, the devil comes to destroy you like Job, to try you, to put you in trial. Hindi ka magiging okay kasi gusto mong maging okay. Magiging okay ka kasi you have the habits, you have the system, you have the habits of praying, you have the habits of remembering the Lord's promises, you have the habits of always seeking the Lord. Hindi ka magiging okay kasi gusto mong maging okay ka. Hindi ka magiging okay kasi positive thinking ka. Kasi yun yung gusto mo. Magiging okay ka or magiging kung ano ka base sa sistema na ginawa mo na sa sarili mo beforehand. So right now, fasting, kasi nasa fasting tayo, it's also the time of preparation. It's also the time of creating habits. So right now, napakaganda or napaka-importante na habang nagfa-fast tayo, since we are on the focus mode, na isabay natin yung pag-create ng habit ng pananalangin. Create a trigger na pag nakikita mo to, you'll pray. Create a trigger. It doesn't mean na yun yung papanalanginan mo o kagaya ng ibang tao na ginagawa, mahawak sa ganito para manalangin doon. No, I just want to create a trigger. Pag nakita mo, you'll be reminded na mananalangin. It should be attractive. You should know your goals, kung kung bakit mo siya ginagawa. Kung ano yung end product ng ginagawa mo. You should always be reminded of that. The next one is easy. Kailangan madali siyang gawin. Alam mo kung paano siya gagawin. When you enter the habit, ito siya ginagawa, ito susunod, and then done. Tapos, next one, satisfying. Reward yourself after that. Since ngayon tayo nasa fasting, I'm not saying na, nagawa ko, kakain na ako. No. It should be something that satisfies you. Hindi naman kailangan in terms of food. For example, If it's very basic, kapag sabi pa nga sa isang libro, kapag nagagawa niya yung habits niya, nililipat niya, meron siyang isang jar ng Jolem, tapos meron siyang isang empty jar, na kapag nagagawa niya yung habits, yung isang Jolem nililipat niya dun sa kabila. And seeing the empty jar get filled up, it creates something na parang nasa-satisfy siya na nagawa ko siya, dagdagan ko ng isa. Then, habang nakikita mo yung jar na nafe-fill up, na ililipat yung Jolene dun sa kabila, it creates a satisfying feeling. Kagaya din ng pag-check sa mga to-do list natin. Baan yung, kumbaga, gaano kasaya yung na-checkan mo lahat ng mga to-do list mo. It creates a satisfying feeling. So I challenge each and everyone, create a habit. And this time, the habit of prayer, habit of reading the Word of God, habit of worship, and habits of fasting. God bless everyone. Thank you for listening today. And God bless, Boss Bautista.
Thank you for listening to our podcast. If you want to hear more from us, follow us on our social media platforms on Facebook and YouTube and search for JTG Kainta Church. Have a great day. Stay blessed.